Hi, welcome to my channel, Organized with Joy. I'm Joy, and I want to inspire you to get organized. I decided to sit outside and get some fresh air while I talk to you today. It's really nice today, and there are a lot of people in my house nowadays. If you missed my video last week where I shared some tips and ideas of how to stay sane during quarantine, I'll link that up above and also in the description box. But in that video, I shared that one of the ways that you can utilize this time while you're at home is to purge and organize spaces in your home. I realize that a lot of donation centers are no longer accepting donations, so it can be really frustrating to gather all these things that you want to get rid of but then not be able to give them to donation centers. So I came up with 10 areas in your home that you could purge today, and they can just go directly into trash or recycling. So this way you don't have to worry about having piles around your home, just waiting to go to donation center, waiting for those donation centers to open back up. The first area is to go through your physical photos. I know not everybody has physical photos nowadays. A lot of people just keep their photos digitally, but if you are amongst those who have physical photos, it's a great time to go through and get those physical photos organized. Either throw them away. The photos you do choose to keep, you could either store in a photo storage box, or perhaps you can put together a photo album or even a scrapbook with all of those photos. But get them organized so that you can enjoy the ones that are good and the ones that you want to continue looking through. The second area is digital clutter. And this could be a wide variety of things. This could be maybe your email inbox that you need to go through and respond to emails and delete old emails. This could be social media accounts. Maybe you want to unfollow or unsubscribe to different social media accounts that you no longer are interested or want to follow. This could also be digital photos. Oftentimes when we're taking photos, we take many shots of the same setting to try to get the best shot. So maybe you can go through and delete all those extra shots that weren't as good as the one that was just right. You could make sure that your photos are all backed up. I really love Google Photos. If you're not familiar with it or haven't used it, it's a great way to back up your photos in an additional spot. It's free and it's unlimited storage. It's also a great way to find old photos, particularly if you're working from your phone and you want to find old photos to post to social media or to send a friend. You can just put in the search bar different things, like maybe if you want to find a ski vacation, put ski, or if you want to find a birthday party, you just put birthday, and then it'll pop up a bunch of pictures that are related to that keyword search. So it's actually a really great tool to use. You could also go through your computer and find any files that you no longer need, maybe downloads that you clicked on that you no longer need. You can delete those. And in general, it's just a really great time to get all of your digital files organized in a way that they're easy to find. A third area that you could declutter is paper or files. You could go through files and determine if there are any files that are no longer pertinent to your life, whether that's for your children, for your health, or maybe some old bills that you no longer need to keep filed away. You could also spend some time scanning in files so that you have them digitally instead of physical copies. There are a lot of great apps that you can use if you don't actually want to physically scan in each item. You can use these apps where it basically captures it via your camera and then stores it digitally, and so you don't have to keep all of those papers physically. Another area where we tend to accumulate paper is the manuals and instructions for a lot of the items that we have in our home. Maybe it's large or small appliances or cameras or phones. A lot of these things have the manuals and instructions on the company's website, and oftentimes you can even download those, so again you have them digitally and you don't have to keep these items physically in your home. The fourth area is CDs or DVDs. Perhaps it's video games that your kids no longer play, or maybe it's movies you no longer watch that you could go ahead and get rid of. Another thing you could do is convert all of those physical CDs or DVDs into a digital format so that you no longer have to keep the physical copies. In addition to this, you may have CDs from items like cameras or printers that had downloads to put on your computer to so that those items are compatible with your computer. Oftentimes companies have those downloads for free on their website. You'll obviously want to look into it and make sure that those downloads are available before discarding the CD, but that is another idea. The fifth area is kids' artwork and crafts. Somehow these tend to pile up fast, at least they did for me when my kids were younger, and particularly these days with being quarantined in our homes. I'm sure many of our children are creating more artwork than usual, so it's a great time to go through the artwork and determine which ones you want to keep and which ones you could throw away. And I always suggest to people that a great way to capture the artwork without actually keeping it is to take a picture. And I know a lot of people like to take a picture with their children holding the artwork at the age they were when they drew the art. It's a great way to look back at the artwork and how old they were at the time they drew it. I actually made a scrapbook for each one of my children with all of their artwork from when they were younger, and that is how I preserved all of the really special pieces that I really enjoyed. The sixth place I wanted to talk about is old or broken craft items. So while we're talking about kids' crafts, let's talk about what makes those beautiful masterpieces. It's the crayons and pens and pencils, the glue sticks, all of that. Go through that and determine if there are any that are broken or old or dried up or need to be discarded. The seventh area is random or broken pieces, and you'll probably find these in your junk drawer or maybe scattered throughout your children's toy boxes. But these are all the little pieces that you either have no idea what they are, or maybe it's pieces from toy sets that have been broken and no longer work. Just find all of those pieces and get rid of them. The eighth place to declutter is your pantry or refrigerator. Look through your pantry and refrigerator and freezer to find any foods that are expired or have gone bad, so you can just throw those away and get them out. This is a really great time to assess what food you have available so that you can use all of the food that is good efficiently. The ninth area to declutter is unused or empty toiletries or makeup. This could be just empty bottles, like perhaps in your shower you have an empty shampoo bottle, or this could be some items that you have around the house that you just haven't used. Maybe you found some makeup a few years ago that you thought might work for you, but it didn't work and you just never threw it away. Perhaps you felt guilty about throwing it away. Well, now you can go through all of those items and find things that you're no longer using or don't work for you. The 10th area you can declutter is paint or chemicals. Now, this one's a little bit of a tricky one because you will have a stockpile. Technically, you should recycle these items safely at a chemical donation center. I know we have these in the Austin area where we can bring paint and unused chemicals, like maybe some lawn care items or pest control items that you have that you are no longer using, or maybe even some cleaning products. You can find a box to stash all those away and put them in a spot that you don't go into often. Maybe store them in the garage or the basement so that they're ready to go for when these recycle centers do open back up. Obviously, you don't have to declutter all these areas. I just thought I would give you some ideas of areas that you could declutter that wouldn't create a huge donation pile for you to have in the corner of your home until donation centers opened back up. I hope it inspired you to clean up and organize a space in your home. Thank you for watching my video today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.